Flylady Diane here, and we are back for day 28 of the Flylady's 31 baby steps. Just think about it, we have been baby stepping from day 1. We've only got a few more days to go. I really hope that you're seeing some changes in your house and in your head. If you've been watching these videos since day 1 or the last couple of days, and you haven't done anything yet, I really want you to stop and actually do something. Start your control journal. Set your timer for 5 minutes and go and do a room rescue, because as I said at the very beginning of these 31 baby steps, you can read all the Flyladies emails, you can read the Flyladies book, you can watch all these videos, you can Google the Flylady system, but nothing is going to change for you unless you do something. So please don't just watch all these things and say, oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea, or that's not going to work for me. You've got to do something. And to those of us who have been doing something, remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. That's the beauty of this system. If you just do a little bit of the system, and it doesn't even have to be perfectly done, you will still see results. And that's what we want for you. We want you just to jump in. You know, I talked about that the other day, just jump in where you are. So it's day 28. There's just a few days more of these videos, but don't worry, once the 31 days have gone, I will also, I've got tons of other videos on my YouTube channel, Flylady Diane. You can't avoid me, but I will be putting together for you the next steps of the program, like the weekly home blessing, the zones. It will all be explained. But right now we are just, working on our daily routines, working on our control journal, getting rid of the clutter, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes at a time. Now, yesterday, I hope I didn't scare you off because we're talking about meal planning. Just what's for dinner. Do you know what's for dinner tonight? If you don't, you've got to write down, get a pencil, paper, sticky note, whatever you've got. Write down what you need for dinner, right? Look in your fridge. Is there something in your freezer that you can get for dinner? Actually, I was on the phone to my mum in Scotland, and she was frying up a lot of minced beef, ground beef, and I said, oh Mum, I'm doing the same. I don't know if you can see, it's in my crock pot behind me, and she's on her own now. My dad died a couple of years ago, and she's still kind of cooking for 2 people in her head, but she's discovered that, like me, she buys, I buy a large amount of ground beef and I cook it, and then I portion it into, three portions for my family. So we eat one tonight. We're having spaghetti bolognese, pasta with meat sauce, or pasta med cool sauce, as we call it in Denmark. And my mum was doing the same thing. She was cooking half for mince and tatties, and she was going to keep the other half, and she'll add some tomatoes to it and make a kind of bolognese sauce. So there you go. All over the globe we are, oh, hello, just my daughter coming in. We're just doing what we can to menu plan, and it doesn't have to be perfect, okay? And remember, I said to you yesterday, if you take your calendar and you just add sticky notes, whatever you're having for dinner the next week, just take a sticky note, add it to the calendar or add it to your control journal, and that way we're menu planning without even thinking about it. All right, so that's it for a recap of what we did yesterday. Today we're also kind of talking about the same thing, because when we are fly babies, we tend to look after everybody else and help everybody else out. Does that sound familiar? But we don't look after ourselves. So today, on day 28, it's just a reminder for you to get enough hydration, enough water. Now you can do it anywhere, any way you like. Let me see, I've got some of the Flylady's water bottles. You don't need to order Flylady water bottles. I mean, you know, if you want to order them, that's fine, but do not wait until you get Flylady water bottles to start drinking water. You know, use whatever water bottles you've got, drink from the tap. Also, can you see here at the tap, I always leave a glass beside the tap, because that way if I'm passing by during the day, I just take a glass of water and I go on. You know, the Flylady herself, she has the system which is really clever, that she takes her water bottle and she puts some elastic bands around it. So that way she remembers, like once she's drunk the contents of one bottle, she takes it off and then she can fill up the bottle again and take the next one off. And it's just a reminder for her to keep track of how much she's drinking. Now, please don't start writing in the comments that you don't like cold water, you don't like hot water, you want fizzy water. I'm not your mother, all right? It's just a reminder. You're a grown-up woman or man, hopefully, watching this. You know to be sensible, and you know that we need to drink water. Yeah, drinking coffee and tea and soda is not enough. So try and just add in some extra water. If you're already drinking, you know, your 8 glasses a day or whatever it is, good for you. And if you're not drinking enough water, and you tend to forget about it, because, you know, when the kids were small, I would forget just to stop and give myself a glass of water. And yet I was always reminding them to get their water and eat. Funny that, isn't it? That we can always tell the kids to do it, but we never actually do it ourselves. If you're not getting enough water, make sure to write it down on a piece of paper, put up a sticky note, and also, you know, add it to your control journal. Yeah, just take a sticky note, add it in there as part of your routine, so that you see it in the morning. When you're checking off your morning routine, it says drink water. Also, I added a sticky note yesterday that says what's for dinner. So with all these little baby steps, remember to add them to your control journal, because the control journal is where we can check things off so we're not missing anything. All right? Because as I've said many times before, we can't remember all these things, and it will take a while before it just becomes an ingrained habit. So right now, if you haven't had any water today, you know, the next thing you're going to do, take a glass of water. The Flylady, she also has this funny little trick. You know, if she's working at home all day, every time she goes to the toilet, the bathroom, when she's finished, she drinks a glass of water. And then that will make her go back into the bathroom, and then she thinks, drink a glass of water, and so it goes. And also, we're on day 28. We've added actually quite a few things in the last few days. We added in a load of laundry a day. You know, if you've got a big household, you need to be doing a load a day. At least you may need to be doing 2 loads a day. If you've got a small household, you maybe only need to do a load every other day. Do you need to go and reboot your laundry right now? Did you actually write down a sticky note, or did you put it into your control journal, load of laundry? So keep that control journal going, and make sure that you keep going with keeping the sink shiny. Are you dressed to shoes? Because I've got my shoes, my indoor shoes on today. And I think that's it. So don't worry if you are not doing all these steps perfectly. Just do something. And if you haven't done anything but watch these videos, now is the time. All right, you've got to stand up and do something, okay? Because otherwise I'm not going to talk to you anymore. No, I'm just kidding. But you really have to make 2 minutes of effort and get going. And I know it's really tough to get going, but once you actually start, then we've got the momentum. And the difficulty for us is starting. But I am showing you where to start. That's what I've been doing these last 28 days. I've been holding your hand and I've been showing you what to do. All right, so I'm going to leave it there. That was day 28. Make sure to get enough water. And I'm really looking forward to tomorrow, because it's one of my favourite things, a new step that we're going to add. So that's it from me, Flylady Diane. I hope you have a really nice dinner tonight. I don't know what you're having. As I said to you, we're having pesto mercou sauce, which is spaghetti bolognese. And that's it. If you have any comments about these videos, I really hope they're helping you. If they're not helping you, write in the comments and tell me why not. Why are they not helping you? Okay, so Flylady Diane signing off from wonderful, has been sunny Copenhagen. Live long and prosper, and I shall see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.